how a person like you find your way to success. We see we are the person who naturally good, but things like overall thinking made us become a negative version of ourselves, or so-called darker version of ourselves. And something happened on the way. And what made you change?
In order to turn a new leaf, okay, from poverty to success or sadness to happiness, the big word is clarity. In the past, when someone is not successful, someone is going through all these problems, is because of a lack of clarity of where they want to go.
Today we having a very special guest, Mr. Vas, Coach Vas, known as the international trainer and coach who have been in Vietnam for such a long time. And he has been the inspiration for many young people, many business people, and especially all the successful mindset he brought to our system, belief system have changed thanks to him. And today we also have another special guest. Her name is Ngan. And she also one of our beloved students who have been through Mr. Vas, Coach Vas training. And let's start with Mr. Vas. Can you give us some thought or some sharing about yourself and what made you have a great day today?
It's a nice question. I was listening to a song, and the title was, "What have you done today to make you feel proud?" So think about that question. And to me, although I do it almost every day, I got up at 3:30, I prayed, and before 5 o'clock, at 4:45 or so, I was out there exercising for 2 hours. That made me feel proud. And along the way, I met some people. I said hello to them, although they were total strangers. And I made a contribution to one person. It doesn't matter what it is, but it was so fulfilling to see that face light up with a smile and gratitude. That's what I've done.
Wow, the smile of someone make your day.
Yeah.
So how about you, Miss Ngan?
Yeah, thank you.
What make you proud about today?
Well, just like Mr. Vas, I woke up early today and I did my yoga session. I spent time with my family, having breakfast with them. And on the way here, I talked to the driver. And, we feel so happy when we can inspire someone and make the person happier. So that's a great thing about the morning.
Wow.
Before you go on, I must acknowledge that I had breakfast with my wife.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you too make me feel like, oh my God, I have
Yeah.
to acknowledge my breakfast also.
Yeah.
Today I have the quick breakfast before I come to this podcast because we have an early session today, right? So yeah, like I'm so happy that you two have a great breakfast.
Yeah, and
with
it's
your
always
family.
happy to be here to see you again,
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to see you so vibrant, and of course, because we are working together day by day, me and Mr. Vas. So it seems like we rarely can see the difference in each other, but the people for a long time, then for a long time we met them again. Then we feel like something special pop up.
Yeah,
So
I can understand that.
Can you have some new information like what happened lately in your life?
Well, some people send me some of the pictures of me during Mr. Vas program before,
Yeah.
maybe 6, 7 years ago. And I look totally different, and I am sure that you can see the difference in me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's
Absolutely.
something
I also
very,
see that.
yeah, everyone can see that. And I can see that myself too. Looking back at the old pictures, I can see that I look so depressed, and no life force in me at all. But nowadays, you see, I can smile, I can be happy anywhere. Yeah, anywhere with
You're
anyone.
shining. You're shining.
Thank you very
yeah.
much. Thanks.
I
Thanks to you.
I see that energy, that bright energy in you, and then from far we can see that. And then long time ago, like when you came to the training, like from like from far, we also can notice you, but that energy now is like very strong.
Yeah.
And
What have you done to me, Mr. Vasanth?
I don't know.
then when was the time then when you get clearer? I mean, from the darkness and to the clearer, there was the time you say enough, then enough. And what is the thing that you need to do to have that clear thinking?
We call it life project.
Yeah.
Life project.
You decided to sit down and then you.
This human being, this thing called a human being, has to know why it is in this world. We're not just born randomly. No, there is a purpose. I am a certain kind of person. I have something I bring to this world. I was gifted to bring this to mankind. She was gifted to bring what she has to mankind. You were gifted to bring. We all have our own gifts. But of course, we can choose something else. But we got to understand to turn it into a gift that we can use to serve others. So when we have that joy, like I said this morning, when I saw that person smile for the small thing that I did, it lights me up. So we all got to look for that thing.
That moment.
What do I bring to the table?
Yeah, the table.
Yeah.
And so when we can clear about that, then sickness leaves you alone, relationships glow, opportunities come to you, and then you say, why is this? Why are all the good things happening to me? No, it's because we are doing the process that has given us the clarity and continues to give us the clarity into the future. And I told a story to some people. I think in the last class, I was sharing with my class, the IMCPC, the master course, where a friend of mine in primary school, when we were in the last year of primary school, lunch after school, he invited me to his home. And I was living in this home so dilapidated, where we only had one room, 4 families, 6 people, 7 people staying on.
Like in a very dark situation.
So he invited me to a house that looked like a palace to me. It's like an Indian movie palace. I was watching a lot of Indian movies, so I know what a palace is. But the only thing I never thought in my life I would go to a palace.
It's like a real friend.
A real friend. Chinese guy, It's a big place. His living room was like, his sofa probably was bigger than
the bed.
My bedroom, something like that, which I never got the chances. And so, I was really in heaven when I was with him. So that was the only close encounter I got to a wealthy person, a successful person, And after that, back into the hole again, and going through school and go to army and so on. And then one day, only when I learned NLP, then I realized, I just got to clean it up. I just got to sort it out. There's so many things inside me that I wasn't aware of. It's like I say, I tell my students that when you've got a phone, $1,000 phone, you only got 5 functions that you can do. I use my phone for probably less than 5 functions every day. So, but the phone is a powerful thing. But I don't know about it. If I need to know, I ask somebody. But the thing is this, the human body is the same. There's so many functions we have. We don't know how to deal with it, to use it, to utilize it to overcome the challenges we have. You said you got all these challenges. You didn't know how to do it. You came to a guy who knows your phone. And he told you, use this, press this
I
button.
really didn't know how to use my body, how to use my mind at all.
Exactly. So one lifetime goes by. If you don't meet a person like that, or you don't read that book, or you don't meet that guide, you walk around in darkness, knocking the wall all the time, right? So to me, after learning NLP, then I realized it's possible for me. So I made a plan to leave my past behind, appreciate it for all that I had, and say, this is the life I'm going to live. And it changed everything.
Yeah.
Totally everything. So and when I was in the army, I look at my bosses and I go, wow, big car, big house, blah, blah, blah.
But at that time, you were just like living a life. When was the key moment? We can call it a tipping point for you to decide to change the situation.
Do a course.
Yeah.
That's it. One course. That's all. You know, it just completely flipped everything.
Yeah.
And then from there you realize, there's so little I know. So I got to read this book, I got to attend this course, this course, this course, this course. Like she said, in the beginning, although I tell her, do this, she says, me, I don't think so. So she had to do it and achieve small things before she achieved bigger things. So mine is like that. It's not going to open you up to owning the Empire State Building in America, okay, or the Twin Towers in KL. You've got to own a house first. People don't live in a house. Many of us are living in rented houses and you know your sister's house or something like that.
Yep.
So it's step by step,
Yeah.
right? So to me, I embraced whatever I could when I learned the first course, and then from there the next one, and the next one, and then we realized, damn, what have I been waiting for, you know?
Yeah.
And then now we are impacting thousands of people just like you, and we're having a podcast
Yeah.
to be able to reach you guys. So
when
living
I-
the life that I dreamed of,
Right.
like you.
Yeah. And when I listened to your story, I said, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. I was just the same.
Yeah.
I live the life just the same as you did before. We live, 7 people in one small hole, and we share the same bed together. We couldn't sleep properly.
Yeah. And I didn't share the bed. I slept outside. So I don't like body. I'm that kind of person.
Right.
I slept outside.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. And happy that I attended your course. Yeah.
Hearing the two story that all of us have been through challenges, I brought me back to the time that my challenges may not be the real financial situation since young, but we was in the good state, I can say, condition. But then something happened. The bankruptcies of my family happened. That my father and my mother, they split, and then so many fight at home.
If I may, human life
Yeah,
is so strange.
so strange. Yeah,
At one moment, it's like honeymoon.
like honeymoon. Yeah.
Everything was wow.
Wow.
And then tomorrow, or you wake up in the morning at 9 o'clock is all right, at 10 o'clock is all right, 11 o'clock, bang,
Bam.
something
Yeah. just
like
like
comes to you and
Yeah.
you go, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
And that is how strange life is. And so, go on.
Yeah, then at that time, like you see, like all of us may have the moments when we say it's enough. Like I was a person who was living in the family, always have fight. The parents was not happy to each other, but the mother was not strong enough to say enough, and I have to change my life. And the father was so violent, and all of this in the midst. Then at the time when I have to live my own life, I have to decide, make my own decision. I cannot just follow the footstep of my parents. And I by the way, it seems like all of us was in depression some moments in our life.
Well, we still are.
Still are.
Yeah.
Like at that time when it was too hard, too stressful, I was in depression for about a month. Then when I was in the blink of my eyes, like when I'm about to make that bad decision, somehow something popped up in my mind. I was asking myself, die is so easy, live is harder. And then I because there's so many people are struggling to find their life, to find their moment in life, and they wish to have the body like me. Why I decide so easily to make an easier decision? Then I think at that time, probably at that time, NLP also come to my life, and other my science, and then books comes, and then teachers come, and then I think that brought me back to Vietnam, and then I somehow I meet Mr. Vas, and he was like one of the person who also in the lead of that time, right?
Yeah.
That growth, yeah.
That growth
Yeah.
of this whole Asian finding their moment to be the area of NLP, like the era of NLP and
Yeah.
my science.
Yeah.
So,
And the moment you said enough.
enough.
That's very
yeah.
important moment that
Yeah.
decides our life.
Yes.
I came across through that moment as well. Enough. That's enough. Poverty, enough. Sickness, enough.
Enough.
You know, failure, enough.
Looking
I have
at
to
the
leave.
price and say, oh, too expensive.
Enough.
Enough.
Yeah.
then
Yeah. So the clearer we are, the more successful we become.
Exactly.
And apart from being clear about what we want, what we
Yeah.
can do, we can serve to other people, humankind, our country, or whatever, I realized that, when I come back to what I have right now, focusing on what I have and appreciate everything that we still having, then we become happier and we survive.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
thrive.
We thrive.
Yeah, we thrive.
Yeah.
At that moment when you
Yeah.
said, after you say enough, what did you really did? What did you really do?
Yeah. That's what I did. I focused on what I still have. Okay, I had so much poverty, sicknesses, and broken relationship, all kinds of problems. But now, apart from that, what else do I have right now? So I still have my body. I still have, my breath that I can breathe in and out every day, right? That's the best thing. That's the magic,
Good enough.
And then I still have my family beside me, my daughter, my mother, everyone around me. So, and I still have food on the table, on the fridge every day. So that's a great thing that I'm having. But because I focus too much on the thing that I lose or negative things, negative. So I forgot all about the good things that I had at that time.
Yeah.
So when I changed my focus into what I was having at the time, oh my God, everything changed. And
Whatever
that's
you
one of the
focus on
action. Yeah,
expands.
that's right. Yeah.
And you make decision to go find the solution.
Yeah. At that time, I
That everyone need to have that decision.
Yeah. I think everyone encountered that point where we say, "Oh, everything enough, and I have to do something else to change my life," because money I can earn later, right? Whatever I can do, I will do it later. But now I have to leave. I have to find the solution for the problem first, and then I can do whatever I want. And that's the time when I told myself that.
To understand the
To
situation
understand
first.
the
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And empathize with it.
Right.
Embrace it.
Yeah. Embrace it.
That's right.
I remember at the time when, let's say, we all made the decision, I have to change right now, I have to find the solution. I remember at that time there was so many people talking about personal development, and like you see right now is even we consider a flood of these kind of things. And but at that time I was given somehow from the universe or whatever, a lot of whatever sources, so many supplier, I can use the word choices, supplier of this kind of knowledge. It's so hard for me to make decision, and it just there was that moment, and I have to make a first move, just take the thing that close to me first, then that step by step going forward. But like I say, I heard what you say, that the initiative thinking, the motivation, the inner motivation or intrinsic motivation inside us, which is why we're living in this life, what is the what is the good thing, the service we bring to life, then we will have the reason to find the solution. If not, nobody will go and find the solution, right? So at that time, of difficulty when you make a decision, that's enough. What really the thing that it's come to you first, and why you make that move on picking that courses? How did you do it?
Okay.
It's very hard for many people.
Yeah, it's progressive. First, if you're hungry, you got to eat first. You can't walk around hungry looking for money or a job. You need to eat first. So we do small things to make sure there is food on the table first. And once that is sorted out, then we can think about something else.
Yeah.
Good food.
You know, maybe the quality of food.
Yeah.
First,
And
need to be
then
full
from
first.
there, maybe you want to start getting a job, educating yourself to get a better job, and it progresses like that. So if you get the point that you got to start with something immediate, and then from there we expand, that's how it is. So to me, being lost for so long, just being normal, although I worked extremely hard, I didn't know there was such thing as a mind, that I could manifest things by using this thing called the mind. And I had to learn NLP and other mind sciences for me to realize that there's such a thing we can use. So if I did not expose myself to such knowledge, and I just go on a certain path where there was, a limited amount of knowledge, I wouldn't be able to achieve whatever I achieved. So if you look at knowledge, I want all of you to think about this. There's a certain brand of knowledge, certain kind of knowledge that exists, has existed for a long time, but what result has it gotten for people? So NLP came into the world in 1970, 1972. So why only so late? If you realize the iPhone came into the world much, much later than the Ericsson phone and the Nokia phone. So advancement happens, when people tweak it, make it better, make it better, make it better. That means if you are experiencing NLP right now, you heard the word NLP, it is the latest of personal development tools in the world. Nothing better than that yet, okay? Of course, we are all figuring out how to make it better. So if you are looking at dinosaur personal development that happened 20, 50 years ago or 100 years ago, then you're not going to get so results. We want to get the latest. And so I was always thinking, what is the best, what is the latest available to us to get there faster? Then I realized NLP was the answer. Because NLP is what shortens the learning curve. What people take 30 years to achieve, we do it in 2 years. And so I wanted the fastest way to do it. Because that was my mindset when I was in the army. How do we do more with less? That was the and it was my calling. Since I achieved that, for me, I want to make sure that everybody is able to achieve that too. And so, which is how, these people came into my life.
There was a word that popped up in my mind. There was so many things that you can decide, you can choose to use first. But all of us will choose which one is the most beneficial and the best, right?
Yeah.
But is it easy for a human being to make that choice? Because there was a statement, not everyone will have all the choices. People say that. Right. And because basically there's so many choices out there. Well, like you say, we have to. It's in the in the progression.
If you are not aware, you cannot choose.
Yeah, right. So how can I? Because I believe that people watch until this moment, they will ask that question, because I myself at that time, when I was at that age, I remember about 18 years old, when I had all kinds of problems. I take the first book came to me. And that book talk about my son talk about NLP, and I go and research more, one book, and then one person talk, one person course, and then accumulated. I know what is NLP. What there is a word mind. There is the power inside us called unconscious mind. But is it true that everyone can be able to make that decision to take the first book, or something there? Isn't it because all of us, inside all of us, always have the urge to help other people? I'm not saying that we are who are coach, we want to help other people change, but like for me, I believe that all the human beings out there, when they find the brightness inside them, when they are lighter, they will want to help someone else outside. Do you believe so too?
Okay, the answer is yes. Innately, we all want to help another person. Innately, because we come into this world through another person.
Yeah.
So we owe it to our mothers to do well in life, because through them we came into this world. So about your point earlier, you made a decision when you had your back against the wall.
Yeah.
Enough is enough is a notion of a person with a back against the wall. You see, she had food on the table. She had some loved ones around her.
Yeah.
But she was smart enough to say,
It's not enough.
I can do better than that.
Do better. Yeah.
I'm worth more than that. And so she came and realized, aha, I know how to do that right now. It's like, you don't know that there's a cup behind this flower. Now you see it. You didn't know there was something there. So in life, you need someone to move the pot for you to be able to see what's behind it. And so, as a human being, for a lion, when it's hungry, then it goes to hunt. But a human being prepares for meal tomorrow.
Yeah.
Make sure that there's money for the family next month, 6 months from now, 10 years from now. We want to make sure that there's security for a period of time. We are more long-term thinking. We're not lions and tigers, or the bee that is flying around looking for honey just because it's interested in honey right now. And so human beings must understand, but unfortunately, most human beings live like people in the wild. They don't think long-term.
Yeah.
Because they still got some money in the wallet, and still got some relationship going on.
Yeah.
So when you open the fridge, father put the food there, so they think they're all right. They don't want to position themselves in their mind that this could happen to them too. That one day this could happen, so I got to prepare myself for this never to happen to me ever again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You
And
know,
that's also a very valuable
it's a
lesson.
very important point.
Yeah.
So I don't want my back to be against the wall. I want to make sure there's enough space for the rest of my life for me to make good decisions, choices.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to put myself in the back against the wall when I have no choice, but only that choice to do that.
Yeah.
So people need to realize, because you're human, you got a mind, you can anticipate and decide what you want your life to be before you have a no choice situation.
Yeah.
So this is something very important for me, having experienced life, having taught a lot of people. There are a lot of people who are so naive. Most people are so naive, not wanting to imagine themselves with a back against the wall that can happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we spoke about that.
Yeah.
When problems happen, there's no warning. It just boom, it happens. You go, why is that happening to me? You didn't prepare yourself. It's as simple as
We
that.
can live our life wiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't need to wait until we have no penny left in our
Exactly.
pocket to earn money.
Live in
Don't
abundance,
need to wait until we get sick to find a way to be healthier.
Yeah.
May I say like this? People who are watching us at this moment, they may say, "Oh, because you may be the lucky one to find the right decision or to find the right choices, and maybe you are luckier than us because now you already had what you want, but we are in the situation that is very bad, and then all that. So can I say something like this, like you say also, choices only appear to the people who are willing to see the choices. Can I say that? But for me, I believe so. Like all of us have been given some difficulty for us to learn some lessons, but some of us denial to learn that lesson, like reject the lesson, and then we just say, oh, we have nothing in our hands, our back against the wall and all that thing. But the truth is, everyone who still have hope, like you say, the long-term thinking, if we still have hope, then we still may be given choices, and the choices will not appear if you don't want to see. If you don't want to go to someone, get help, and then the person will open up for you and for you to see the possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The flower is there. You want to see it or not? It's up to you. Yeah. So opportunity is always there, as you to teach us. Opportunity are there all the time. We want to take it or not. It's up to us. And making decisions or not, making the choices or not, is also a decision or a choice.
Yeah.
In order to turn a new leaf, from poverty to success or sadness to happiness. The big word is clarity. In the past, when someone is not successful, someone is going through all these problems, is because of a lack of clarity of where they want to go.
Even we was at that moment, we was talking one day, I want to have a podcast of ourselves like Oprah Winfrey, and then we can share, we can talk, we can discuss about positive thinking, not about politician, not about war, not about things, but about the thing that can change human life. And now we are here, sitting here, and we are the one who really talk. Who really talk
This
right
become
now.
a reality.
It's become our reality. So yeah, sorry to break you a bit.
No, you didn't do any break. I had nothing to say. It's all about choices. What's in front of you right now? You are sitting there, we are sitting here, we are talking about this. You are aware of whatever we are talking about. So no one should feel that it's only a privilege to some. No, it's a privilege to everybody. And when and you said, someone booked you a place in the course, and I don't know whether it was you or the other person who said, where are we going?
She
Right?
asked me where.
She asked you,
yeah,
where
she
are we
asked
going?
me. Yeah.
So I have, it's a good point here. There are many of my students who come to my training and they learn because their backs were against the wall, or they were able to think smart. Before the back got against the wall, they came for the training, so they, created more space in life for them to have choices. They always tell me, I've got a husband at home. He needs this course more than me. But I told him already he don't want to come, and so on. And I've got a wife at home. She needs this course more than me. I told her to come, but she doesn't want to come. I'm sure you've got people like that in your life too. So there are people who, they say, got to learn from their own mistakes. Only when they experience it themselves, then they will come. That's one way of looking at it. So don't wish for your husband or wife who doesn't want to come to our training for them to learn from their own mistakes. And don't wish for that, because it's going to be very painful if they suffer. So my point is this. So many of my students who in the beginning they talk about my husband not coming, my wife's not coming, but when the transformation is done after one course and the next course, and the husband start to treat them better,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they probably don't want to divorce. They come back again, and everything becomes nice and rosy at home. And then one day they will say, "What course was that you're going to this weekend? Can I join you?" So that's
They
when,
ask me,
yeah.
why you're not coming this weekend?
So it completely turn around. So it's not about you trying to convince somebody. You have to do the transformation yourself first, and when they see the result in you, they can feel it in you, then they would come. So in the same way, we're talking about people. Smart people, they make that decision. Don't have to wait for all this what do you call vicarious learning. Then you go learn from the environment. You can learn from using your brain, right? By saying if it works for her, it works for me. So I gotta go. I don't want to wait until I have evidence that it works for me. No, if it can work for someone, it can work for everyone. That's what life is. So people say it can work for some people, it won't work for everybody. No, if you're a human being and you want change, you come to the training, it transforms you. Period. Okay? Life doesn't choose some people to be successful and some to fail. Life doesn't choose anybody to fail. Life is created for the success of everyone. We are designed to succeed. That's how we got here. And therefore, you are designed to succeed too. You just go and find out how to succeed and then get your way. That's the truth. So don't wait for things to happen. Come and find out.
Yeah.
And don't try and bring the other person who's resisting. Come first. And then when you transform, I got stories, but the podcast is too short for me to tell you stories. So if you want stories,
you
then come and experience the training. Huh?
You can talk for days, I know.
But the podcast only can last for a certain amount of
so
time.
It's okay. You want stories? Come
To
to
the training.
Yeah.
So, in just what Mr. Vas trying to say, or what I trying to say, or what Hangan trying to say, is: are we waiting until the time our back against the wall, and then we don't have any choice, or we have to be the one who obsessed to change our life, or we are positively make our decision to do something, to make a big decision, which is, if you cannot see, find someone help you to see. See what? See what is you really are. Who are you? What is your talent, or what is your resources? You are given, but you didn't know about that. So, all of us have been in the darkness, and once we see the possibility and the resources, we become stronger, and we change slowly or fast, or with any speed we want, right?
Choices.
Yeah, choices. So come to this stage of the podcast. May I ask about the future?
Sure.
What is your future, Ms. Ngan? What is your
What's
goal?
next?
What's next? What is
For you?
the thing that you are aiming to, or you are planning to do?
A well-known coach and psychotherapist, and will travel around the world and help people on the way.
Wow,
Nice.
Yeah.
nice. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Write books.
Yeah, of course. That's one of the goal
Yes.
book. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and tell about my experience, my stories. Yeah.
Awesome. How about you, Mr. Vas?
We had Life University.
We had.
We had Life University. And it transformed hundreds of thousands of lives, both here and the other places that I served. But because of COVID, because of, everything expires. Do you know that everything on the planet has a shelf life, has an expiry date? Everything. America wasn't America a few hundred years ago. There was no America a few hundred years ago. There was no Singapore 60 years ago. There was no anything on the planet in the beginning of time. Everything came, And there are many countries that came and gone. There are
Yeah,
many countries
disappeared.
have disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, like Russia was like so
Soviet
powerful.
Union.
At the end of it, now Russia is,
Right.
So nothing is permanent.
Yeah.
So we are here right now,
We are changing as well.
and we have to change.
We have to
We have to,
move forward.
whether you like it or not, change is going to happen, okay? It's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Good or bad, it's going to happen to you. If you don't choose good, bad's going to happen to you. And therefore, there is a need for us to reinvent ourselves. Whether you like it or not, you got to do it, okay? So we have reinvented ourselves. We have created another powerful process called the Origins Academy. And we have already started it, and it's impacting people. And that is the excitement that I have.
Yeah.
Okay? To make the Origins Academy for you, to make sure that all Vietnamese people or anybody in the region to come, to be transformed, to find a way to put life force back into you, for the inner world to be shining, so that when you walk wherever it is,
You see more choices.
you shine into the
shine.
darkness of other people.
That's right. Yeah.
That's the beauty of how we want you to live your life,
Yeah.
for all of you.
And
Origins Academy.
And I believe someone who are listening right now may say, "Oh, your courses, the word sounds so far for me. I'm quite not understand that word. But in JIT, is it something easier for people to understand? For people to wrap, to hold, and to be
About
there?
what? About what?
The Origin Academy.
okay,
Because the
okay.
word Origin Academy is
Okay.
it's quite vague. It's quite abstract to some
To some people.
To
No,
some-
maybe to
yeah.
most people.
To most people.
I can empathize with that. But it doesn't mean if it is too far-fetched for you, it's not yours. Because all human beings, we are the highest
Body the
creation,
highest creation.
okay? The highest form of creation on the planet.
On the
You,
planet.
me, the highest form of creation on the planet. So therefore, to me, I respect you, and which is why we don't, say, for this person I talk like that, for that person I talk like that. No. Every human being is me, okay? Or the highest expression of life. And therefore, that's the reason why we created this name, the Origins Academy, for us. Now, so let me tell you in gist what it is, okay? Origins. That means, where did it all begin? Okay? We have been in existence for a few million years as mankind on this planet. All of us want to know. See, I do this research. I've been doing this for all my life. I'm 70 over years old right now. But you don't know about it. So what if you knew the origins of your existence and your forefathers and so on, and then you realize, oh, that was my family tree. That was my pathway to where I am right now, which is why I am sort of suffering. But you also know the origins, from the origins, that people who have suffered have got themselves up. Okay, and therefore, everyone who may be suffering right now can get themselves up too. So you need stories of other people who have gotten into situations and got themselves out. So the origins gives you that notion, that so-called complete essential information for you to know how life existed in the past and how it can be in the present and in the future. So without this foundation called origins, you get very shaky. It's like the roots are not strong enough for you to fly, for you to stand tall when all the obstacles and all come in life. So which is why we all discussed this name and make it such a powerful process called Origins Academy. And there are so many more new knowledge, experiences, processes included as part of this whole new thing, so that when you become successful, you are stable. Okay? To me, I'm sick and tired of getting up and failing, getting up and failing, getting up and failing, doing it again and again and again. So my understanding, my calling is, how do you get people to be successful and they can stay successful for the rest of their life? That is our game. Okay? To be successful, to get successful, to stay successful for the rest of your life. I want to give you the tools to be able to do that. And that is how we look at the Origins Academy for you.
Yeah. And what is the advice that, as the guest today, you two wanted to give to all the audience of this podcast, how they can get on their journey to success or be the success? Like the last advice.
Yeah, go first, please.
Thank you. Well, start living your life right now. Just allow yourself to discover what is possible, and
all the possibility, right?
Yeah, right. And come and experience yourself, and you will see your life will be transformed. Just as what Mr. Vas had done for me, transform my life to a better version of myself today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Take a piece of paper, get a thick marker, write down enough is enough,
Like we say, enough.
and paste it on the wall, and then look at it every day. No, just today. And then call our office.
Call our office.
Call our office and say, how do I get to move myself from enough is enough to success? How do I do that? And then you realize that my people will tell you, come to restart.
Yeah.
To restart your life.
Yes.
How do you like that?
Yeah, restart your life.
Please restart your life. It's how beautiful the name is. The first course in the Origins Academy is to restart your life. Isn't that so appropriate for you? So this is my guide, okay? Enough is enough. Restart your life.
Restart your life from
Yeah.
now.
Thank you for your advice, and we hope that this awesome podcast has brought you some new insights, some new ideas about your life, about our life, and about our thinking, which made us who we are right now. And we hope that we will see you guys soon in the next podcast. And as the host of today, I am thankful to all of the audience have been watching the podcast until this moment. Please subscribe, click the button, and you will see a lot more story coming. See you.